Some people get paid every single week from boring local services without a big audience or a fancy app. It's not because they got lucky or had connections. It's because they picked unsexy problems that neighbors pay to make disappear. You're watching local services stay weirdly resilient, with demand holding in the 3% to 7% range in many metros even when online trends whiplash. Here's why that matters. You can sell what people need on Tuesday, not what they might want someday. Think about it like this. You're in a normal neighborhood and you need cash this Friday, not in 6 months. You copy a one-person operator who stays booked because you solve one repeatable problem, the same way, every time. The opportunity isn't online fame. It's local urgency. The rules are simple. Under $1,000 to start, easy to learn, weekly billing, and repeat customers baked in. Here's the pattern. Weekly pay comes from recurring chores, not one-time miracles. You've got tens of millions of household trash bins in the country, and in warm months they turn into a smell problem every single week. If you walk past your own bin after a hot week, you instantly get why this is paid. You run a simple Saturday route of 30 homes and you're done before lunch. You start under $1,000 with a pressure washer, disinfectant, basic protective gear, and flyers. You charge per can, you win on route density, and you upsell deodorizer. The service isn't cleaning, it's removing embarrassment. The key is route density, because driving is the hidden tax. You live in a country where most households still rely on a car, and time-poor families pay for convenience more than shine. If you offer a 20-minute maintenance detail while someone works from home, you stop competing with weekend hobbyists. You stack 12 clients on a weekly rotation and your income gets boring in the best way. You stay under $1,000 with a vacuum, microfiber, basic chemicals, and a portable water setup. You sell maintenance plans, you add a pet hair fee, and you offer interior-only quick service. The detailing isn't luxury, it's time arbitrage. Think about it like this. You're selling Saturdays back to people. You're in a market where pet ownership keeps climbing, and a huge chunk of homes have at least one dog. If you're the neighbor who never steps in it again because you pay $15 to $25 a week, you don't cancel. You build a tight route of 25 yards, same day each week, and marketing fades because retention does the work. You start under $1,000 with scoops, bags, deodorizer, and a simple scheduling tool. You bill weekly, you price for multiple dogs, and you upsell deodorizing. The job isn't gross, it's predictable. That's why recurring routes beat chasing new customers. You're dealing with small businesses where walk-in traffic still matters, and appearance quietly decides trust. If you clean the same 5 storefronts every Monday before lunch, you stop gambling on random jobs. You land one strip mall contract and it can cover your weekly expenses by itself. You stay under $1,000 with squeegees, poles, solution, ladder safety basics, and you budget for insurance. You price per pane or per store, you reward frequency, and you add door glass and mirrors. The glass isn't the product. The product is we look open and cared for. Here's what makes it work. Businesses hate inconsistency more than they hate paying. You're in a country where a big share of suburban homes still have lawns, and growth doesn't wait for your motivation. If you mow 10 lawns within a 1-mile radius, you finish before noon and you still have a day. You start like a beginner who buys a used mower, gets one referral on the same street, and suddenly owns that block. You stay under $1,000 with a used mower, trimmer, gas can, and basic maintenance. You sell weekly contracts, you make edging standard, and you upsell hedge trimming. The lawn business isn't landscaping. It's logistics. The pattern is the same. Tight routes turn average pricing into great hourly pay. You're watching dual-income households outsource chores because time is the real luxury now. If you become the Friday reset, you make the weekend feel longer, and that's what people actually buy. You run 2 recurring clients per day, 4 days a week, and you stay stable without ads because referrals stack. You start under $1,000 with supplies, a vacuum, simple uniforms, and you plan for background checks. You sell recurring packages, you add fridge and oven deep cleans, and you charge a premium for move-outs. Cleaning isn't about dirt, it's about mental bandwidth. The key is consistency. Same checklist, same day, same result. You're in warm regions where pool ownership is common, and neglect turns into expensive chaos fast. If you let a pool go green, you risk equipment damage and a bill that hurts more than weekly service ever will. You test, skim, and dose chemicals in 15 minutes while the homeowner is at work. You build 20 pools on a weekly route and your cash flow stops being a mystery. You start under $1,000 with a test kit, basic tools, a small chemical inventory, and training resources. You charge a weekly fee, you mark up chemicals, and you add filter cleans. The pool isn't a luxury. It's a liability until you manage it. Think about it like this. You're selling never turning green. You're one clogged gutter away from water going where it shouldn't, and repairs can hit $5,000 to $15,000 fast. If the first big storm hits, your phone rings because everyone suddenly cares at the same time. You pre-sell a storm season route to 40 homes and you schedule weeks like a delivery service. You stay under $1,000 with a ladder, gloves, a scoop, hose attachments, and you take safety seriously. You price per home, you bundle roof debris blow-off, and you run an annual reminder system. The service isn't leaves, it's preventing a $10,000 mistake. Here's the pattern. Fear-based maintenance sells fast when the timing is right. You're in a world where washers and dryers get replaced every 8 to 12 years, and people pay just to make the old one disappear. If you get paid to pick up a broken dryer that only needs a belt, you realize you're not hauling junk. You're sourcing. You run weekly haul-away calls, and you flip one unit per week for extra upside. You stay under $1,000 with a dolly, straps, basic tools, and a truck rental plan or a friend with a pickup. You charge a pickup fee, you take scrap value, and you keep resale margin. The haul away isn't junk. It's inventory. The key is screening. You make money before you lift anything. You're surrounded by small businesses that generate steady waste, and municipal schedules rarely match what owners actually need. If you service the same 15 businesses every week and invoice on autopay, your calendar barely changes, and that's the point. You follow a one-person operator who starts with a small trailer setup and grows by adding stops, not complexity. You stay under $1,000 with a basic hauling setup, a smart bins and liners strategy, simple invoicing, and you research local rules before you scale. You sell weekly contracts, you add cardboard breakdown, and you charge an emergency overflow fee. The business isn't trash, it's reliability. That's why boring beats brilliant when you want weekly pay. You'll notice something funny in the data. Recurring services with fixed schedules often retain 2 to 4 times better than one-off jobs, because habit beats hype. If you pick one route-based service and aim for 10 recurring clients in 30 days, you stop needing motivation and start needing a calendar. You watch any example here turn stable once you stack a route plus autopay, because the system does the selling for you. The goal isn't viral growth. It's predictable routes. If you choose one business, price a weekly plan, and start with neighbors, you can get paid before your confidence even catches up. If this list opened your eyes to how weekly cash comes from recurring local problems, subscribe for more practical business breakdowns. I am Alex, and I'll see you in the next video.